Oh, the continued joy of fall prep. I sound like I'm complaining, right? Actually, no, I'm not. I love being out here. I get exercise out of it. I love being outdoors. I love watching the garden grow. So, a little bit of effort, that's not a problem. That's a legs and an arm workout. In keeping in the spirit of fall prep, I am finishing up the last little bit of mulching that's left to do. I got some compost in here. I gotta sift through so I can plant some more seeds. I gotta up pot seedlings, and there is a bed that I wanna clean up to get ready for the fall planting. This is Florida Plant Mama coming to you from Zone 10A, Central Florida. One of the joys of being in the garden is that there's always something to do. With fall quickly approaching, there's more than ever to do in the garden. Lots of jobs waiting for me, and I can't wait to get started today. Fall is considered the best season for planting in Florida. The heat is less severe and pest pressure goes down dramatically. So I'm trying to be as efficient as possible this season. I'm planting the things that we as a family enjoy eating. I am trying to be cost conscious, and the motto is work smarter, not harder. That's what I'm trying to do this season. It's Florida, it's hot, it's August, but I'm not gonna let the heat stop me. I'm gonna continue doing what I enjoy doing and get out in this garden and putz. Come putz with me. Mulching. I am constantly mulching in this garden. I keep the paths well mulched to eliminate the need for constant weeding. A thick layer of mulch is a godsend. Now, I've done chip drop in the past, but the problem is those trees that are chopped and chipped and delivered to your home, you never know exactly what that pile is composed of, and sometimes there's a lot of debris in it. Not to mention, it takes up the entire front driveway when they do their huge drop, and it can take weeks for me to cart those mulch back to the backyard. So it gets unsightly, and I'm not sure of the quality of the mulch always that gets delivered. For example, have they sprayed harmful pesticides? Is there an invasive seed in that mulch? Those are the things I worry about. So I find that if I do a little bit at a time, it's not as overwhelming. So I do get the bags of mulch from my big box store. This bag is $2.50. Periodically, I grab a couple bags as I'm running errands, and I just put them down wherever I see the need. So I'll continue with my $2.50 here and there. I don't feel the cost as much, despite the fact that a chip drop would be free. This is the bed that I'm focusing my attention on today. It's one of the mulberry beds. Now, I cleaned this space up in the spring, but it's gotten a little overgrown and I need to take care of it. I need this space for my fall plantings. I want this space to be a perennial bed that is part of the medicinal bed on this side here. In the spring, I broadcasted seed, but not much came up. Like I said in the past videos, it was a very hot and dry spring, so broadcasted seed just didn't come up very well. That's why I'm starting my seedlings in tray for the fall season, so that I can get them started and give them a little bit of a head start before I plant them in the harsh conditions. I'm gonna pull things up and get the ground pretty bare. First, I'll move these bags out of the way so I have plenty of room to work. I'm just gonna pull everything up until the ground is bare like I do, and I'm gonna put down some fresh compost. I do a lot of planning before I get the garden started, but I'm pretty flexible as well. It's important to be flexible in the garden. With all the planning that I do, all the strategizing and plotting, do things always work? Definitely not. But that's the fun too. You get to play around in the garden, you're not hurting anyone, and if things work out, it's great. If things don't work out, best laid plans of mice and men. So, we keep it flexible. We keep it moving. We do our best, and we hope for the best. There's always room for improvement, and the garden is ever changing. Ooh-wee, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a blank canvas waiting for my brush strokes. I'll get these bags back in place here, and soon enough, I'll be putting new seedlings in my repurposed space here. In moving the bags, we've got a little caterpillar. Do I want him here on my Seminole pumpkin? No, not really, but he's pretty. You know, I do realize all of this may be in vain, but that's life. Everything can be in vain. A hurricane can come along and wipe all this out, or a tornado. I may die tomorrow, not wishing it or anything, but who knows? Life is short. All right, so we do what we can when we can and leave the rest up to our higher power. Challenges keep us stimulated, keep those neurons firing. An idle mind is a dead mind. We don't want an idle mind. So think positively. This stuff wants to grow. I'm doing a bunch of extra. You're wondering what I'm doing. I'm sifting compost. I had the time today and didn't feel like buying a $7 bag of seed starting mix. Look at this compost, you guys. Look at that. All right, Timberline, come through. Ooh, at the beginning of the season, they were doing me dirty. I had so many wood chips in this compost, but Timberline has heard the fussing, huh? This compost is up to par this time. This is the nonsense I was dealing with all spring. See that? This required some major sifting. My seed starting mix today is 2 parts sifted cow manure, compost, and 1 part coconut coir, along with half a part of perlite. I did not invent the seed starting recipe. Information is at my fingertips, so there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Uppotting can be tedious work, but now that I know what's germinated, it's time to move the things into a more suitable home, for now anyway, until they are mature enough to go in their appropriate space in the garden. These are my Gumfrina. Now these have a couple set of true leaves on them. Technically I could put them out, but I just feel that they need a little bit more time. It's still pretty hot outside. I uppotted the safflowers, the carnations, the Gumfrina, horehound. I sowed some more sweet pepper here. I have potted plantain, holy basil, elecampane, straw flower. And down here, I went ahead and planted another round of peppers, as well as sugar baby watermelons. So the nursery is now full. Anything extra I had, I went ahead and put in this pot here. I think I put holy basil and elecampane in that pot. Back here, I went ahead and put a couple sugar babies in the bags, as well as purple kohlrabi and white kohlrabi. Okay, so I know I said I didn't really have a good taste for kohlrabi and that I wasn't gonna grow it again, but I have plenty of seeds. The remainder of the seedlings are here. Some of the things that I've sown on the 7th have started to come up, like the beets and the chamomile, the dahlia. Nasturtiums still have not popped up their heads. Got a couple of tithonias. I just did some more Swiss chard today. What else? Some more bee balm. And another round of onions in there. The cucumbers, doing well. I haven't talked about this yet, friends. This is my tiny little baby Ota apple seedling. I just uppotted her a few days ago and I'm babying her a little bit. Okay, folks, for you, it's been a few minutes. For me, it's been probably about 2 or 3 hours in the yard. I'm done putzing for the day. I leave you today with 5 gardening tips that I've been using to guide my way. Number 1, life is short, find ways to enjoy it. Number 2, gardening is only as hard as you make it. Number 3, things grow when they want to, and when they don't, they don't. You can only control the things that you can control. Number 4, a lot of gardening is trial and error. Number 5, there will be failures. Until next time, have a wonderful and blessed day.